I'm just going to kind of jump right in because we got a lot of cool stuff to cover. And if you guys have questions as we go, please feel free to just, interrupt me. I won't be offended or anything. So as with everything, I mean, there's a goal to minimize your expenses to obviously increase profits. We are able to save our clients a great deal of money in this way because we have a proactive approach. The way that we write our contracts for our clients is to basically make the rules of the game. It's almost like cheating, but it's totally legal. And this is what, people have hired business law firms to do for, time and time again. But I don't think that people recognize the amount of power and strength that you can have by basically writing your own contracts, writing your own rules. This allows people to budget their legal expenses and not just kind of losing it when a lawsuit does come. And lawsuits will come as far as you're successful. The bigger the business, the bigger the target on your head. But if you've, again, created your own rule set, it's not as fearful of a thing when you get hit with some service of process or, find a complaint with a lawsuit. So we also encourage our clients to really do a cost-benefit analysis. People will start out with a business at the initial stage, and they'll call me and they'll kind of tell me their business model, which is very exciting. And I'll ask them what their projections are and everything. And usually for the first few months, unless they're, they've got their product fully developed and everything, for the first few months, they're going to be sort of getting things together, and they're not necessarily going to have a lot of customers yet. They might have a launch period that's later, or like some beta testing or whatever. In that case, it's a little more okay from a risk standpoint to not have all of your legal documents, set and written to begin with. If you think about it, if you're forecasted to have, after the first couple of years, maybe, a couple hundred clients or customers a month. But in the first few months, you've got, 5 to 10 customers per month. That means that there's, only 5 to 10 total transactions that are happening. And you might not need, a click-through agreement or a privacy policy or, a contract to sort of lay down those rules just yet, because there's so few transactions taking place. So what we try to do is, strategically analyze the situation that our clients are facing and go with them on their budget and their, expected revenues. And as they hit their goals, slowly but surely, we help them to, budget out their legal stuff as it's, necessary when it's smart. So budgeting, important thing. Thanks. Yeah. Okay. So, our business legal expenses still necessary. Really, the reason for them is, the threats are three, right? So you've got the government. Laws are constantly changing. We've got a crazy Senate and, Congress, and that's just federal, right? We also have a pretty crazy state Congress that's changing the laws all the time. Judges will end up changing the laws too. And, all of the, Department of Revenue, Department of Labor, all of these laws are like tectonic plates, and they're just, causing friction everywhere. And where lawyers come in is those points of friction where it's really kind of vague. People don't know what the intended result is from the laws that were created. And basically, if you don't know what the compliance laws are, you're definitely violating some of them. It's just a reality these days. But if you're aware of them, and if you have somebody, on the ball for you, then you can kind of rest easy. You can rest assured. Certainly from third parties, you want to safeguard your business against litigation with customers and employees. There's a ton of employment law, disputes going on these days. And also, of course, with customers, if you've got some AR problems, if you've got, even if employees enter into agreements with your customers that they probably shouldn't, or that are sort of absconding with some of your IP. I mean, there's a million things. And each other. I'm sorry to say, but business partnerships are like marriages, and a lot of them don't work out. We have found actually that by getting a really good, solid, partnership agreement or contract with the investors and everything from the start, it allows people to actually stick together longer, because what we do is we kind of dial in the results of different things. So, we go through some contingencies. If this person dies, if she has to relocate to another state, to take care of a family member or a spouse or something, for medical reasons, what happens to the company if one of the owners, who's a principal officer too and really doing a lot of work, just decides to up and like go from 50 hours a week to 10 or 15. What happens? Do they still make as much money, and all of that? And if you put this into a contract so that there's sort of safe ways out, then people will oftentimes continue to work together and the partnership will be successful, just because those rules are already laid down when there was no money coming in and everybody was happy with everybody else, and they were willing to work together and come to agreement.